This is Mr. Holding, and this quick video is looking at task 1 for Year 7 biology, classifying vertebrates and invertebrate animals. So as you know, in class we've been looking at classification and taxonomy, and we're taking that through with the idea of looking at a group of animals, documenting them, looking at their traits, and then putting that as a dichotomous key. So first of all, it's important that you read through this. Okay, so you can do that in your own term. The aim is to observe the structural features of different organisms to develop a system of classification to identify similar vertebrate and invertebrate groups. Okay, so that's your job. All right, that's what we're aiming to do. Materials, you're going to have a selection of preserved animal specimens that we've been lucky enough to get in. All right, so you need to choose 8 of them. All right, and you also need a camera. Now, you need to bring a camera to class. You can bring a phone, you can bring a camera, whatever it is, as long as it's easy to use, you can take a decent photo and you can upload them to your computer quickly. All right, so we don't want, Dad's $10,000 camera that's going to take you 3 hours to work and then possibly damage it. So something simple that takes reasonably good photos. So an iPhone is fine, an Android phone is fine, as long as it works and it's easy to do. Okay, your method there. All right. You can read through that, so that's done for you. And this goes into the first thing that we need to do. Okay, so we're looking at these specimens. We need to include a scientific photographs of the specimens observed during the investigation. So of the 8 that you choose, so 1, 2, 3, 4, or 6 you should choose, I'm sorry. You're going to take a scientific photograph, okay, and put it in here. And then you're going to label it. Okay, what is it? So you write down, it might be a picture of a pig. So pig, and then put the scientific name. Okay, so Pigius bigus or whatever it is. And then you're going to write down the description of its features. Okay, so squiggly tail, fat belly, whatever. But it needs to be structural. Okay, so saying something has mud on it on the outside is not structural. It's the fact that it has hooves is a structural feature. The fact that it is warm-blooded is a structural feature. The fact that it has an endoskeleton or an exoskeleton is a structural feature. All right, you'll notice it's worth 8 marks. Okay, you'll get 1 mark for each of the diagrams, and you get half marks for the all this other information. So it's important, the little things are important here. Okay. So you go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you pick your 6 specimens out of the 8, and you write down all the lists of traits and all that. Okay. The next step, once you've done that, is to create a dichotomous key that you can use to identify the animal specimens. Okay. So first step, you know how to do a dichotomous keys, and there's a video later to help you do that. But you need to go through and have question 1, it might be, is it a vertebrate or invertebrate? Okay, if it's a vertebrate, go to question 2. And then question 2 refers to the vertebrates, question 3 refers to the invertebrates or something like that. Okay, make sure it's neat and tidy. It's worth 4 marks there. Okay, so pay attention to that. And then the last thing you need to do is explain why you've chosen the traits included in the dichotomous key. So for instance, if you chose vertebrate versus invertebrate, why did you choose that? Why didn't you choose, did it have pink hair, or did it have some other feature? Why did you specifically choose that one? So you need to be able to explain that. Why did you choose, the next step was, does it have 2 or 4 legs? Well, it's an easily observable feature, and that then split the remaining in half so that you could identify them. So that's an explanation. So there's 3 of those, so I would be looking for 3 explanations, okay, detailed explanations. And then your conclusion and your references are done for you, all right? So you'll be getting, we'll do a lesson on this going through it. We'll then do a lesson where we observe our specimens and take the photos, and then you're going to have 2 lessons to finalize getting your diagrams in, writing your descriptions, and then getting this dichotomous key done. All of this will be done in class, okay? So it's important that you know what you're doing when you come to class. Okay, I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to come see me.